Hey there, welcome to our video where we'll be answering a question that's been on the minds of many. Is Vladimir Putin richer than Elon Musk? You may have heard about their lavish lifestyles, with Putin owning a $1.4 billion palace while Musk owns a $700 million private jet. But when it comes down to it, who is truly wealthier? That's the question we'll be exploring today. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's dive into this intriguing topic. When it comes to wealth, Elon Musk is often the first person that comes to mind. As the CEO of SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink, he's one of the most successful entrepreneurs of our time. But what about Vladimir Putin? As the president of Russia, he holds significant power and influence over the country's vast resources. So who's really richer? Before we answer that question, let's take a closer look at their net worth. According to Forbes, Elon Musk's net worth is currently estimated at $190 billion, making him one of the wealthiest people in the world. On the other hand, Vladimir Putin's net worth is much harder to calculate. In fact, Forbes doesn't include Putin on its billionaire rankings due to the lack of transparency in Russia's economy. However, some experts estimate his net worth to be as high as $200 billion, putting him on par with Musk. But is it fair to compare their wealth when they have vastly different sources of income? Elon Musk's wealth largely comes from his companies and investments, whereas Putin's wealth stems from his control over Russia's resources. Putin has access to the country's vast natural gas and oil reserves, which makes up a significant portion of his personal wealth. On the other hand, Musk's wealth is tied to his success as an entrepreneur and investor. His companies SpaceX and Tesla have revolutionized the space and automobile industries respectively, and he's made shrewd investments in companies such as PayPal and Zip2. But what about their lifestyles? Do they differ in terms of extravagance? Despite their differences in wealth sources, both Putin and Musk have a taste for the finer things in life. Putin reportedly owns a $1.4 billion mansion, a $700 million private jet, and even $60,000 watches. Meanwhile, Musk has been known to splurge on luxury properties, cars, and travel. Both men enjoy lavish lifestyles, albeit in different ways. Let's take a closer look at Putin's wealth and how he acquired it. As mentioned earlier, Putin's wealth is largely derived from his control over Russia's natural sources. He has close ties to some of Russia's biggest companies, including Gazprom, Rosneft, and Lukoil, and has been accused of using his power to siphon off wealth from these companies for personal gain. In addition, Putin's vast real estate portfolio includes luxury properties in Russia and abroad, as well as an extensive collection of expensive watches. But what about Musk's wealth? How did he become so successful? Elon Musk's rise to wealth and fame can be attributed to his entrepreneurial ventures and investments. His first company, Zip2, was sold for $307 million in 1999, and he later co-founded PayPal, which was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion. In 2002, he founded SpaceX, which has since become one of the most innovative space companies in the world, and he also co-founded Tesla, which has revolutionized the automobile industry with its electric cars. Musk's investments in companies such as SolarCity, OpenAI, and Neuralink have also been successful. Now let's dive into the challenges of comparing the wealth of Putin and Musk. One of the biggest challenges of comparing the wealth of Putin and Musk is the lack of transparency in Putin's finances. Putin's vast wealth is largely hidden from public view, and it's difficult to determine exactly how much he owns and how he acquired it. Additionally, Putin's wealth is tied to his position as president of Russia, which makes it challenging to separate his personal finances from the country's finances. On the other hand, Musk's wealth is more transparent, given that he's a public figure and his wealth is largely tied to companies and his investments. So who's really richer? It's difficult to say for sure. While it's difficult to determine exactly who's richer between Putin and Musk, one thing is clear. Both men are extremely wealthy and have a taste for the finer things in life. Putin's wealth is largely tied to his control over Russia's vast resources, while Musk's wealth stems from his entrepreneurial ventures and investments. Despite their differences in wealth sources, both men enjoy lavish lifestyles, and it's clear that they're both incredibly successful in their own right. Another challenge in comparing the wealth of Putin and Musk is the different currencies in which their wealth is measured. Putin's wealth is largely held in Russian rubles, while Musk's wealth is primarily measured in US dollars. The exchange rate between these two currencies can fluctuate significantly, which can make it difficult to accurately compare their wealth at any given moment. Additionally, fluctuations in the value of assets such as real estate, stocks and commodities can further complicate the comparison. Moreover, it's important to note that the methods used to measure wealth can vary greatly. Some sources may focus solely on net worth, while others may take into account factors such as income, assets and investments. Additionally, the sources used to determine wealth can also be questionable, as it's not always clear where they get their information from. With these challenges in mind, let's take a closer look at the specifics of Putin's and Musk's wealth. So who is wealthier between Putin and Musk? Comparing the wealth of Putin and Musk is a challenging task. While both men are incredibly wealthy and have access to luxurious properties and assets, the lack of transparency in Putin's finances and the challenges of measuring wealth in different currencies and using different methods make it difficult to make an accurate comparison. Nonetheless, both men are incredibly successful in their own right, and their wealth is a testament to their accomplishments and business acumen. So there you have it, folks. After analysing the net worth of both Putin and Musk, we've come to the conclusion that Putin is currently the wealthier of the two. However, it's worth noting that this may change in the future, as Musk's companies continue to innovate and disrupt their respective industries. Regardless of who is wealthier, it's important to remember that money isn't everything. Both Putin and Musk have made significant impacts in their respective fields, and their legacies will be remembered long after their wealth has been spent. If you have any thoughts or opinions on the topic, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.